Good evening, good evening. It's so good to be back with you. Just setting up streaming to Instagram, so just bear with me. Okay. I hope that you are all having a wonderful afternoon, wonderful evening. I am coming to you for the first time from my healing pod in northern New South Wales. So very, very excited to be here with you, offering you a complimentary chakra balance or emotional balance. And in a moment, I'll go through and let you know what each of those is. So just getting into it, just loading up. So as you come in, please say hi, Laura, hello, welcome. So I'm just doing a little bit of cleansing. Please let me know as you come in where you're coming in from. So I am in northern New South Wales now, in Australia, but we are an international community. So we come in from everywhere, which is pretty freaking awesome. And I'd love to know where everyone's coming in from. There's a lot happening in the world right now. And it's just a really beautiful community and a beautiful space for us all to have and to share, to offer that support this evening. So I'm going to grab my iPad in case somebody would like an emotional balance, because I use the traditional Chinese medicine 5-element chart, which I have on my iPad. So, hey Diane, hey Sharon, oh, it's so good to be back with you guys. So I'm just going to boot up my iPad so I can make sure I've got it handy if you are wanting an emotional balance. But while we're waiting for this to load up for me, please say hello when you arrive. Also, let me share a little bit about what it is that I can offer you this evening. So that's just loading up. So fingers crossed we can go ahead with the emotional balance tonight. Otherwise, we'll do the chakra balances, and I can do the emotional balances next time as well. So Laura, you'd love an emotional balance. Well, fingers crossed on the iPad. I don't think I have a hard copy yet unpacked of my traditional Chinese medicine 5-element chart. So I don't know if I've got that one unpacked. So we'll just have to play it by ear. Okay. So let me share with you what it is that I can offer you for this evening. So those of you that have been around already know I can offer you a emotional balance or a chakra balance this evening. Lots of people wanting the emotional balance. So that looks like that is coming in for the win. And it looks like we are in luck because my iPad has kicked in, which means, and I'll show you what it looks like, it means I can go into the traditional Chinese medicine 5-element chart, which looks like that. And it looks at all the different emotions and what meridian they're related to and what element they're related to, so water, fire, metal, earth, etc. And then I can dive deeper into that for you and do an emotional balance. So that's super exciting that has kicked in and is working for us this evening. Okay, all right. So if you are chakra, you are more than welcome. So let me share a little bit about it. So if you're after a chakra balance, then what I'll do is I will tune into your energy, scan through your chakras for you, and let you know which chakras are showing some stress for you, a bit out of balance for you, and then look at which is the priority chakra to give you some support with for tonight. Then we'll dive deep into the priority chakra, and then I'll offer a balance around that. Alternatively, if you're after an emotional balance, then again, I will tune into your energy. Then I'll use a traditional Chinese medicine 5-element chart that I just showed you before, and we'll be diving deep into which element, meridian, and core emotion is coming up for you for support. And then we have a look at sort of, where that has come from. Is there anything that you might, like an affirmation that you might need to say to help bring that up to release? And then a balance around that. Wendy, welcome, welcome. It's lovely to have you here. It's lovely to have you here with us tonight. Hi, Zita. Okay, so hey, Maggie. So let me just start from the top. So normally I do go where I'm guided, but I'm actually in no rush tonight. So I'm happy just to go in order until and if it picks up and starts moving pretty fast, in which case I'll start going where I'm guided. So in the first instance, Laura, you had mentioned an emotional balance first and then mentioned a chakra balance. Can you just pop in the chat for me which your preference is now that you've got the option, because I've got it all working? Can you let me know which is your preference? Okay, and then next we have Sharon. Chakra, no problems. And so next we have Sharon, and Sharon, you're wanting an emotional balance. Okay. And so Sharon, I'm thinking of you. I know that you are over in England. So goodness, what time is it for you over there at the moment? 5 p.m. here. Morning-ish. Okay, so let me just get started. Now, as a kinesiologist, I do have a range of different tools around me. So I've got meridian tuning forks, I've got sound healing bowls, I've got my sage, my Palo Santo, I've got crystals. So it is normal. You will see me sort of looking around and grabbing and using different things that are coming up specifically for you for your balance for tonight. So, okay, so let's have a look here. All right. So Laura. So Laura from New Zealand. Oh, my partner is from New Zealand. Okay. All right. Okay. So Laura, this is your balance, and we are doing a chakra balance for tonight. I'm just tune into your energy. Okay. 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 So Laura, just as I'm tuning into your energy, your innate awareness is letting me know that you're wanting some support through the base chakra. So just giving you some support through the base chakra at the moment. And I usually take just some steps in just as we blend our energy field, because I'm actually guided by you, Laura, for your balance and what's coming up. I'm guided by your innate awareness. So in order to do that, I just gently merge our energy fields and then I gently disconnect. So it's nothing abrupt. Okay. And as you see me sort of move around and touch different parts of my body, if you're new here, I'm touching different acupressure points. So from traditional Chinese medicine, we've got some different acupressure points around our bodies. And I'm touching the different acupressure points mean different things. And so that is why you'll see me touching different acupressure points. You'll see me using different hand movements. That's related to mudra and the flow of the energy. And depending upon combination with the acupressure points, it all means different things, but a little bit of an explanation as to what's happening in the background. And Laura, base chakra, again for you as I connect in. Okay. So, all right. So Laura, what's come up for you now is to give you some support at the level of your higher self. So you've probably heard of things like auras or energy fields and so forth. And so around our physical body, so we've got our physical body, and then we've got our etheric body, which is like in the physical body and just out a bit. And then we've got our lower mental, emotional, lower mental, upper mental, higher self, causal, and then sort of our connection. And so what's coming up is your innate awareness is letting me know that you're just needing a little bit of support through that energy field, which is the level of your higher self. So it's a further out energy field. And the premise behind kinesiology and traditional Chinese medicine is that the further we catch things away and give support and balance away from the energy field, then the less time it has to come in and have a physical impact and create a particular symptom within the body. So it's really good for that sort of ongoing energetic alignment and rebalance and resetting. Okay. Okay, so just checking your central meridian. It's all good. Governing meridian. All right. Okay, so Laura, what's coming up for you is some dehydration. Let me just check. So not chronic dehydration, just a little bit of dehydration that can often happen if we haven't had enough water to drink throughout the day, or we've had more caffeinated beverages than we have had water. So if you're in a position to and you're able to, can you please grab a drink of water and just hold it in your mouth for 10 to 12 seconds. It takes about 10 to 12 seconds for the brain and the body to kind of register that it's being hydrated. And I'm going to take a sip of water on this end as well. Okay. So Laura, I'm going to start scanning your chakras for you. So your crown chakra is indicating your brow, your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral, and your base chakra. So you've got sort of the full suite, or all the options of your chakras that are indicating a level of stress or a level of imbalance for you tonight. Let me see which one is the priority. So crown, brow, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral. Okay. And so for you tonight, it is the base chakra that is the priority to give you some support with. So I'm going to dive into your base chakra in more detail for you. Okay. All right. So we're going into the base chakra. What here does Laura indicate? Okay. Affirmation. Yep. 3 times twice. So Laura, can you please say for me twice, I am safe. I am safe. Now, is it the inward expression or is it the outward expression? Inward expression, outward. So it's stress around the outward expression for you for your base chakra tonight, Laura. So I'm just going to dive into that a little bit deeper. So I'm just going to check in on you. Okay. Okay. So Laura, your innate awareness has let me know that as I'm diving deeper into the base chakra to give you a balance, it's wanting some additional support through your heart chakra. Okay. Just so that we can sort of go to that next level down for diving in and just seeing what's happening for you and for your balance. Okay. All right. So is it the inward expression? Is it the outward expression? So it's stress around the outward expression of the base chakra. So let's have a look. Okay. It's indicating stress around keeping order in all affairs associated with your survival. Creating a home, creating a base of safety and security that when you get in, it's just like, so that's indicating for you. So usually that comes up if there's something going on in the home environment, or alternatively, it's not set up or working in a manner that gives you a sense of relief and peace when you walk in the door. Establishing a healthy routine is indicated that would be a benefit for you. Okay. So the base chakra is our foundational chakra, and having it in balance is what causes us to feel grounded. So the grounded indicated stress for you tonight. Safe and secure. So the safe, secure. So both safe and secure are indicated for you, Laura, as feeling a little bit out of balance for you tonight. Okay. The root chakra has to do with our most fundamental needs like survival, food, shelter, and a feeling of safety. And again, your innate awareness let me know there was some stress showing up for you around a feeling of safety. So it can become blocked if you feel threatened. So that has indicated some stress for you, or if your basic survival feels at risk, which is indicating some stress for you. It has to do with money, food, and shelter. So that didn't indicate. So this is the base chakra. Okay. Is there anything in particular? Is there any essential oils? No. Okay. So if the base chakra is out of alignment, we can feel nervous, fearful, uncertain, anxious, and have difficulty concentrating. And Laura, having difficulty concentrating is what is indicated for you for tonight. Okay. So are we okay to move on to a balance? Yes. Is the balance going to be a chakra for Laura? Is it chakra? Yes. Okay. Is it crown, brow, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, base? Okay. And to for your overall balance, Laura, I'm just working and pulsing the energy of your base chakra. Sometimes when we're working with chakras, it'll be the chakra that indicated, which is what's happened in your situation. So it was the base chakra that was the priority for you. And it was the base chakra that I've been guided towards to work with directly. But sometimes it could be a completely different chakra. And I'm just going to hang here for a bit because as I'm working on your base chakra, I can start to feel my hand kind of pulsing and heating up a little bit. So I'm just going to stay here for a wee bit. And Laura, if you feel any sort of emotions coming up now or after the balance, what's coming through is if you're in a safe place, just let the tears fall. Just there's like a release that's going to be needed. Okay. Okay. All right. Is there anything else for Laura? No. Am I okay to close this balance? Yes. Okay. Laura's down herself. Okay. So, Laura, I hope that helped you. I've disconnected our energy now. In summary, actually, you know what I am going to do? I'm going to reconnect quickly. I want to check those other chakras for you. So, one moment. These should all be fine because I just balanced them. Okay. Okay. Crown, brow, throat, heart, sacral, and base. Wonderful. Okay. So, Laura, all of your chakras are now showing strength and alignment. So now I will disconnect from your energy again. All right. Okay. So, Laura, what came up for you tonight was the base chakra, and in particular the outward expression of the base chakra. And then to offer you some support and rebalance, we were working directly with the energy of the base chakra. So I hope that you find that helpful, and please let me know in the comments. All righty. Let's see who's next. So Sharon is next. So hey, Jocelyn. Hey, Lisa. Oh, thank you so much, Donna. So well said. Safety is important. This resonates too well. Thank you. You are welcome. You're welcome. Hey, Janet and Diane. Okay, Tracy, Vivian, Andy. Oh, Dee, thank you. Thanks, Dee. Okay, Vivian, Angela, it's so wonderful to see you all here tonight. For those of you that are new, I'll just briefly explain what I'm offering, and then I'm going to move on to Sharon, which is 7-Eleven in the UK. Okay, cool, nice and early. And then I'm going to move on to giving Sharon a balance. So for those of you who haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, my name is Donna. I'm an internationally recognized kinesiologist and holistic coach, and I'm going live to offer you complimentary chakra or emotional balance. So if you're after a chakra balance like Laura, then I'll scan through your chakras, let you know sort of how they're all are at the moment in terms of alignment. We'll look at the priority chakra to give you some support with, dive deeper into that, and then do a balance on what comes up for you. If you're after an emotional balance, then I will be using the traditional Chinese medicine 5-element chart, having a look at which element, meridian, and core emotion is coming up for you for some support tonight, diving into that a little bit deeper, and then offering you a balance on that. So I'm pretty confident. Thanks, Maggie. Okay, so Sharon, let me just see what you've got here. Had health woes in the past 6 months. I had a lot of scanned that in 2 weeks. So, okay, all right. So Sharon, what I can do is give you an emotional balance. I know that's what you were wanting. Without going too far in, if I went in deeply in terms of physiology and things like that, we're looking at like a full balance of like an hour or so, and probably multiple sessions. So what I can do is offer you some support in terms of managing what's coming up for you in the best way that you're able to, and giving you some support in that way. All right. So Sharon, let's dive into you. Just regrounding myself. All right. All right, Sharon. Okay. All right. All right. So Sharon, as I connect to your energy, just giving you some support through the crown chakra. Okay. So I'm just touching some different acupressure points around my wrist. So, and now my foot. Okay. All right. So Sharon, what's come up for you is some support at the level of your emotional body. So you would have heard me mention before to Laura, like our energy fields. So we've got our physical body, etheric, emotional, lower mental, upper mental, causal, and so on. And so what's coming up for you is to give you some support around your emotional body, which makes absolute sense by your guides or your innate awareness, because you're in an emotional balance and you've got a lot going on. I can see from your comments. So just helping to diffuse some stress at the level of the emotional energy field. Okay. Ooh, just knock something. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. And just giving you some support and your base chakra as well. Starting to heat up with the balancing. So I'm just taking. And Sharon, as I'm working with your base chakra, I just feel like I'm being surrounded by so much love, like just so much love. It's very beautiful. Okay, so checking your central meridian, governing meridian. Okay, all right. Wonderful. Okay, so Sharon, I'm going to use the traditional Chinese medicine 5-element chart. So I'm going to pull it up. Okay, so let's just see. So, okay. So as soon as we go into the emotion balance, what's coming up, as soon as I want to like sort of look into it, it's like if you imagine like opening folders on a computer, like I'm double clicking the first folder to get in to go down for you. And as soon as I've double clicked that first folder, so emotional balance, if we get to name it, your innate awareness is going, okay, cool, happy to do that. But to do that, I'm going to need some more support, wanting more support through the base chakra. So just giving you some support through the base chakra, Sharon, just before I go deeper and try again for you. Okay. Okay, can I do? Yep, exit fire, earth, metal, water, wood, earth. Okay, so for you, Sharon, what's coming up is the earth element. Is it stomach? Is it spleen? The spleen meridian. Okay, and I'm just going to have a look through the different emotions for you and see which is the one that we're going to be giving you some balance and support for tonight. Often we can have emotions, for example, if you imagine that you've got a little child and they're about to put their hands on a hot plate, the first thing is like, no, don't do that, which can sound and feel very angry, but what's underlying it is like fear and concern. So often our emotions can be quite layered. And so what kinesiology does is it goes to the source of the emotions coming up. So let me look. So I've checked anxiety about the future for you, and your innate awareness hasn't indicated on that. What it is indicating on is brooding. So brooding is the primary emotion for me to give you some support with. And if we think about it, it makes some sense both from a physiological point of view and an energetic point of view. And also very tricky to understand considering sort of where you are and what's happening for you in your world at the moment. Energetically, if we are focusing in on something, then we sort of, it's like putting a lens on, and it's harder to see sort of other things that might be happening or other options that are around. And physiologically, the more we are thinking about something, we actually are releasing different hormones and chemicals into our body. So, you know, cortisol and adrenaline and things like that. So, from a two prong. So kinesiology is like west meets east, or east meets west, whichever way we want to do it. And so it's sort of coming through from both avenues there. So what's coming through is definitely, I can understand there'd be some concern there for you, and you know, you've got stuff going on where you're able to journal about it, get it out, try and allocate some time for activities that give you nothing but pure enjoyment, to the point where you might get lost in it for a little bit. So, for example, someone who's someone who's an artist might start painting, and they might just sort of fall into that, and that will give them some time of reprieve. Some, like who are into pottery, might start working with the clay, and it sort of moves them into a different space. So if you've got anything, it could be a really good book. It could be, your favorite cheese and olives and a nice glass of wine, like whatever it is for you that helps you sort of move into that different space just for a period of time would be of benefit for you. Okay. Obviously, don't drink the wine if it's going to go against any of your medication. It's just an example. Okay. So let's dive into that deeper for you. Right. Okay. So is it in the past? Is it in the present? Okay. So it's stress around the emotion of brooding in the present. It's in the future. So it's not the past or the future. So it's in relation to a situation, which makes sense. Okay. Are there any dynamics for Sharon? Dynamics? Yeah. Okay. So Sharon, what's come up for you is it's called like a dynamic. It's around suppression. So separation rather. So if you think about us as humans, like we are freaking amazing at managing our emotions in different ways. Like we could judge them, we can avoid them, like go shopping or whatever. We might resist them. We might deny that they're even there. So the whole range of things that we as humans all do in terms of managing really strong emotions. In order for this balance, what I'm going to ask is for you to say an affirmation, and I'll let you know how many times to say it in a second. And all it's going to do is be like, I'm taking this emotion, I'm highlighting it, I'm not diving deep into it, I'm not focusing on it, I'm not spiraling in it. I'm just like, as if I had a flashlight and I'm like, click, oh, yep, there it is, unclick, and then it'll help release. So you don't have to deep dive into it or anything like that, okay? So how many times? Twice. Okay. So Sharon, can you say for me twice, I accept, embrace, and unify with the feeling of brooding? Sorry, no, I'm just going to brooding. Could be my accent. I'm popping it into the chat. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Big difference. So I had to take a chance to clarify. Definitely not brooding. And the Aussie accent can be a little bit interesting too sometimes. Okay. So again, I accept, embrace, and unify with the feeling of brooding. Wonderful. Okay. Are we ready to move on to balance now for Sharon? Yes. Is the balance, is it a chakra? No. Is it sound? Is it sound? Yes. Okay. All right. So what's come up for you, Sharon, is to balance with sound, the vibration of sound, and in particular the meridian tuning fork. So I'm just going to go through and touch the traditional Chinese medicine alarm points, which go through all the different meridians, and will let me know which is the vibration that's specifically right for you right now for this balance that we've been discussing. Okay. So coming. Okay, so heart. Okay. Liver. Stomach. Large intestine. Okay, so we're working with the heart and the large intestine meridian. So I'm just going to pop down and grab those tuning forks out. So one sec. Intestine and okay. Okay, let's see how many of those we're going to need for you. So how many? 1, 2, 3. So 3 sounds of the tuning fork. All right. So Sharon, if I could please ask you to take a moment, take a deep breath. Sigh it out. Feel your shoulders drop away from your ears. One more. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out. Again, feeling your shoulders drop. Feeling everything calm and center. Okay. And it's around your heart and solar plexus chakra. Okay, so for you showing for tonight, you were after an emotional balance. What came up for you was working with the earth element and the spleen meridian and the core emotion of brooding. And then to help balance that, so we dove into that a little bit deeper. And then to help balance that was the vibration of the tuning fork for the heart meridian and the large intestine meridian. So Sharon, I hope that helps. I'm just going to end our connection now. Wonderful. Okay. For those of you that are, hold on, if I move out of the way, meet Buffy. Buffy is new to the family and loves to be involved for balances, and apparently really loves the tuning forks. So as soon as the tuning forks started coming around, she got off her little pillow and came over to join us. Okay. All right. So for those of you that may have just joined, I just want to welcome you. It is fantastic to have you here. It's wonderful to have such a beautiful international community where we can all hold space for each other. So what I'm offering for you this evening is a chakra balance, where I will scan through your chakras, have a look at which ones are showing some stress for you this evening, the priority one to dive into, and then give you a balance for that, or an emotional balance, where I use the traditional Chinese medicine 5-element chart like I just did for Sharon, and dive into which element and meridian and core emotion is coming up for you, and then dive deeper into that and then do a balance for you on that one. Thank you. Buffy is a cutie. She's so adorable. She's very, very adorable, very loved, came from a very loving home, who just had some circumstances change and couldn't keep her. And I feel very blessed and honored that I was able to bring her home with me and look after her. Okay. Hey, Lynn. Okay. All right. So let's have a look. It's coming up next. Okay. So Maggie, if you can please let me know if you are still here. I'm just going to get up for a quick second and turn the aircon, the heater down a little bit, because it's definitely warming up. In the interim, until I wait to hear from Maggie, Davina, you are after a balance, and you are after, let me just scroll back, it won't be a second. Okay. So little arrow. Okay. Maggie, still here? Fantastic. Okay. So Maggie, I'm going to jump. Oh, sorry. Laura's comment is still up. Maggie, I'm going to jump to you. And Davina, can you please let me know in the comments if you'd like an emotional balance or a chakra balance? And Maggie, while I find you, let's just see what it is that you were after. It can be a lot with some of the comments. So Maggie, emotional balance. Okay. All right. Okay. So Maggie, we're doing an emotional balance for you. Bear with me one moment. I am just going to turn the heater down. Okay. Okay. Let's put on air. Give me air. Okay. All right. Okay. So Maggie, an emotional balance. All right. Let's dive deeper into that for you. Before I start, though, if you are coming in from a number of platforms, obviously my platform, Unleash Your Vitality, or Donna Drew, as well as my Instagram page, and also a spiritual events directory, which is incredibly amazing as well. If you are wanting to follow me on my socials, where I post different things, it could be tarot, anything really, around sort of spirituality, well-being, kinesiology, coaching, like anything sort of in that kind of space, then you are welcome to also follow me on my socials. So Facebook, Unleash Your Vitality, Instagram, Unleash Your Vitality, and I just do different random things as I feel inspired to do them, and that's where that happens. Okay. So, but TCM would be great. Okay, so Davina, you are wanting a emotional balance because that's the one that uses, that I mentioned, that uses that chart. Okay. All right, so Maggie. Just tuning into your energy now. All right. Okay, so Maggie, as I tune into your energy, your innate awareness is letting me know that you want some support through the base chakra. So just offering you some support through your base chakra. Okay. Okay. And Maggie, some support through the level of your higher self. So you would have heard me mention before, or for those that are newer, that have just sort of tuned in, there's, you probably heard of different energy fields around the body, different, maybe referred to as auras. So we have our physical body, our etheric field, which is a little bit into our physical and then out, our emotional body, lower mental, upper mental, higher self, and then causal. So giving you some support, your innate awareness is letting me know at the level of your higher self. Okay. All right. Okay. And then some support through your base chakra as well, Maggie. The energy around your base chakra, Maggie, is really, really strong. So I'm actually going to hang here for a little bit. And just see if anything comes through for you. Doesn't always. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. So this makes no sense to me, but it rarely does. I'm going to share it with you, Maggie. It may make sense to you now or maybe later. What's coming up as I'm working on your base chakra is as if you have written something down. I'm seeing like a note paper, like written with stuff that you're trying to get rid of, like, ooh, writing all is just getting it out. And then I'm seeing it on fire. So if you've got something that is really on your mind, then that could be an indication for you that it would be helpful to write it out and then do a bit of a fire burning ceremony, burn it and release it out to the universe, and the trust in the best outcome for you, and just to help get that out of your body and out of your energy field is what's coming through. Okay. So just checking central meridian, governing meridian. Okay. And so, Maggie, what's coming up for you as well is acute dehydration. So it's the dehydration, it's not chronic that's coming up for you. It's acute dehydration from a kinesiology perspective, which is often when we haven't had enough water throughout the day, or we've had more caffeinated beverages than we have had water. So if you are able to, if you could hold some water in your mouth for 10 to 12 seconds. It usually takes that long for the body and the brain to recognize that the water is there to start processing hydration. I'm going to do the same on this end. So Maggie, I'm a witch and I do burn lists. Epic. That is so freaking cool. That is so cool. So I was like, why am I getting this? But it was very, very clear and very distinct. And if I do get any impressions or anything like that, I just say it because it's my, obligation and duty to the universe to share whatever I'm getting, whether it makes sense or not. So, I just trust and pass it on. So that is very super cool. I do burnless too. Haven't done one for a while though. I'm probably due, I suspect. Okay, you've motivated me. I'm gonna make a note to myself. Okay, all right. So now we're going to move into the emotional balance for you. Just pulling it up. Okay. So Maggie, as soon as I've tuned into the emotional balance for you, I immediately feel really off center, like I'm standing on a boat that's rocking at the ocean, or like a seesaw or something like that. Like I feel, so I don't know if you're feeling like that with your emotions at the moment, with whatever you've got going on. But as soon as I tuned into the emotional aspect, it felt very much like, whoa, trying to find a balance with pitching seas kind of thing. Okay, so let's have a look. So is it fire? Is it earth? Is it metal? Okay. So for you, Maggie, we're working with the metal element. Is it the large intestine? And the lung meridian. Okay. And let me dive into the emotions at a deeper level for you. See what comes up. Just going to check on you. Okay. Okay. So before I go any deeper into that meridian and the emotions associated with that meridian, your innate awareness, Maggie, is let me know that you're wanting some support through the solar plexus chakra. So as you would know, our solar plexus chakra is all around our personal power and our personal boundaries. And I'm getting goosebumps as I'm saying that to you. So that's really important for you to be considering in light of this balance for tonight. Okay. So I'm just going to go through the emotions coming up for you. Smothered is indicating, but it's not the priority. Contempt is indicating, but it's not the priority. Okay, the priority emotion that's coming up for you, and I can never say this right, so excuse the pronunciation, stoical, where you sort of are putting up a really good front. So we use sort of what happened before. It's like I felt like I was on a ship on really big waves. But if someone was to say to me, "How are you doing, Donna?" I'd be like, I'm good. I'm fine. Like a really good front. But underneath that, there's a lot happening. So it's stress around the emotion of stoical that is coming up for you. So let's dive into that a little bit deeper for you. So timing, is it in the present? Is it in the future? It's in the past. Okay, past. All right. So Maggie, if you wouldn't mind sharing with me and everyone in our beautiful community how old you are, if that's okay. What I'd like to do is it's stress around the emotion of stoical in the past. So I'd like to go through your timeline and pick up any incident of when stress around the emotion of stoical was stored in your body or your energetic field and include it in this balance for you. So I'm just reading a comment. Yes, absolutely. I feel that it's overwhelming. Yeah. I can appreciate that. Okay, bingo, nailed it. Okay, good. That's good. Obviously, we're meant to connect tonight. So, which is only a last minute thing. I just sort of decided, I think, yesterday, I was like, I haven't been live for a while and there's lots happening and I'd love to come and spend some time with you all. And so I just popped it up and came on in. So Maggie, it does take a little bit of a delay. So I'm just waiting for you to either give me your age or I just say I'm not giving you my age. which is fine. You can give me a ballpark figure if you want. It's fine. Okay. So while I am waiting for that, I do want to share that Spiritual Events Directory. So Sarah has a magazine called Oracle, and I'm very excited to be a contributor of that. So it's Oracle Me magazine, and I believe the latest edition has just come out, and I have an article in it as to a number of other amazing people that are on Spiritual Events Directory. And so you can reach out via the website, or I think it's been on the Mind, Body and Spirit Festival. It's distributed around different locations. But if you're interested in it, I think you can even get it online. I'd recommend sort of diving in. I think there's a link or a comment on the first one up in the first comment, so you can check that out as well. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It brings a lot of different modalities and different ideas together. So, all right. So me 54. Okay. Okay, so stress around the emotion of stoical, 53, 52, 51, 50, 48, 47, 46, 45, 42, 49, 58. So 12 didn't indicate. It looks like there might be a family sort of ancestral pattern around stoical, like as a response to things that are happening. So I've just checked RNA, DNA, it's sort of coming up in that, which leads me sort of down that ancestral pattern. If it's something that you ever wanted or needed to explore, you could see a kinesiologist, and we can go in and see, you know, where in ancestry it came from, like father, mother, father's mother's mother's mother, or whatever. Is it relevant for this balance now? No, it's not. Okay, so do I need to look at past lives? Okay. So your second past life, okay, so I've just got goosebumps. So your second past life, so not the most recent, but the next one back, had stress around stoical, but only from the point of view that you were extremely vulnerable, and as a result of that, something happened. I don't know what, but something stressful occurred, which flipped into, okay, I'm going to be very careful about guarding myself and being very careful about the level of vulnerability that I show. Okay. All right. Okay, so is there anything else there for Maggie? No? Okay. So the stress is from within self, from another, within self, from another. Okay. So the stress around the emotion of stoical, it's coming from another. So often when that happens, it's either something that we've taken on from somebody. For example, anything that sort of any stress around a particular emotion in those early years is usually from a primary caregiver. In your case, it came up in the DNA as well. So I'm trying to look at your comment. That's fascinating. I have lupus and it's in our genes, female side. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Well, I hope that you're in an okay spot with that now. Know that it sort of can go up and down. My friend has lupus as well. Okay, so from another. So is there any dynamics there for me? No dynamics? No. Okay. Are we going to move to balance? Yes. Okay. Is the balance chakra? It's a chakra. Yes. So crown, brow, throat, heart. Okay. So Maggie, to help with your balance for this evening, what's coming through is to give you support through the heart chakra. So I've got my rose quartz here, so I thought I'm just going to add it for you. So for you, we had an emotional balance, and we were working with the metal element, the lung meridian, and stress around the emotional stoical. We dove into that a little bit deeper, and then helped your innate awareness, directed me through to your heart chakra to help you balance that. Do you remember your burn list? It's going to be good for you. If you have some rose quartz at home, it would be probably good to, not essential by any means, like don't rush out and buy some or anything like that. Just if you have some at home, it would be good to have by your bedside table tonight. Okay. All right. So I'm just reading a comment, Maggie. That explains all the blocks I cannot get through. I will look into further advice with you for sure. Yeah, you're more than welcome. You are more than welcome, Maggie. Okay. So I'm just going to end our connection now. Okay. All right. Zita, if you can please let me know if you are still here. And Davina, I'll move on to your balance now. But Zita, if you can let me know if you're here. And Davina, D. Okay. All right. So Davina. Okay, D. Zeta, I just saw a comment pop up. Sorry, Maggie just wrote, it's more like what crystal don't I have? I love it. I love it. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so Zeta, I'm about to start a balance, but while I'm doing it, I'm going to keep an eye there. If you fabulous. Okay, Zeta, can you please remind me what you are after? If it's a chakra balance or a kinesiology balance, and I will note that down. Okay. All right. Thank you for your patience. Okay. All right. I will just want to say thank you to everybody that is here tonight. It is an absolute pleasure being here with you. Thank you if you are watching the replay later on. It's, I often watch lots of replays on things because I'm a different, obviously Australian, and some of the things that I love to watch are in America, and particularly around shadow work and so forth. I do a lot of work around shadow work and shadow work coaching and shadow work courses and things like that, and they're at 4 a.m. in the morning. So sometimes if I'm inspired, I'll get up at 4 a.m., but very often I'm watching the replay, and particularly around tarot and everything as well. Okay, so Zeta, you're after a chakra. Okay. So if you are new to me and you have just joined us, welcome. My name is Donna. I'm an internationally recognized kinesiologist and coach, and I'm coming live to you tonight to offer you some support with either a chakra balance, where I'll scan through your chakras, let you know which chakras are out of alignment, which is the priority one, dive into it a little bit deeper and give you a balance, or an emotional balance, in which case I'll use the traditional Chinese medicine 5-element chart. We'll have a look at which element, meridian, and core emotion is coming up for you to get some support, dive into that a little bit deeper, and give you a balance around that. Before I jump in any further, I will post it on my Facebook page or Instagram page probably in about a week also, around a free shadow work course that I'll be running in March, in May, so from the 14th of May. So if you're interested in anything like that, please pop over to my socials just so that you can and follow, so that you can keep updated on that, if that's something that is of interest for you. Okay. D. Okay, so D, just tuning into your energy. As I tune in, your innate awareness is letting me know that you're wanting some support through the base chakra. D, as I'm working with your base chakra, I am getting visions of the ocean. So I don't know if that means you're planning on going to the ocean, you've been to the ocean recently. But I can share with you the ocean is very, very good for you, particularly in grounding. So some people sort of ground. I'm very much a ground in the sort of trees. Like I do love the ocean, but I ground in sort of the tree space. But for you, it's coming up with the ocean, and okay, I don't know. I'm just going to share it. It's like coming up on the ocean on a windy day. So there's something about the air element and the water element combined for you that is really beneficial in terms of recharging and moving your energy around. So because when I'm seeing the ocean is not just flat, and the sand, like it's not just a flat thing, but the ocean's not super choppy, but I'm almost getting that feeling of the air rushing around as well as the ocean, which is the air element and the water element combined. So those would be beneficial for you. Okay, and so giving you some support through your base chakra again as I connect in closer. You are getting all the elements, Dee, because now I'm seeing clay, so earth. Okay. And base chakra again for you. So a lot of base chakra for you coming up tonight. So it would be beneficial for you, Dee, to hold your kidney 1 meridian points. And I'll show you, well, I won't like show you where they are because I don't want to put my feet over the internet, but I'll show you from my hand and where it would be. I mean, I did just give myself a pedicure before, so I mean, I technically could, but I'm not going to. All right. So if that is your foot, your kidney 1 would be like right in there. So you'd come down, and then there sort of is a divot, and that's your kidney 1 point. So D, holding those with 2 fingers that are next to each other so that you get the right sort of energetic sort of thing, polarity, or your thumb, but definitely not 1 finger because the energetic polarity will be out. So 2 or a thumb on those points would be helpful for you. Okay. So just checking your central meridian, checking your governing. Wonderful. Okay. All right. So let's dive into that emotional balance for you. So once again, I'm using the traditional Chinese medicine 5-element chart, which I've just got up to my left here. And we're just going to have a look at which element. Is it fire? Is it earth? Is it metal? Is it water? Okay. So Dee, what's coming up for you tonight is the water element. So look, is it the kidney meridian? Is it the bladder meridian? And we're working with the bladder meridian. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the different emotions that are associated with the bladder meridian, and let's have a look and see which is the core emotion that's coming up for you for your balance for this evening. Okay, so anxiety is coming up, but it's not the priority. Let me just check on you. Yeah. Panic is coming up, but it's not the priority. Okay. Okay. So Dee, what's coming up as the priority is stress around the emotion of peace. That is coming up for you, which is probably why when I was tuning into your energy, your guides or your innate awareness was giving me some indications on how you can help to move and shuffle that energy around. And these might be places that you find peaceful. Okay, so let's dive into that a little bit deeper for you. All right. So time, is it stress around, is it in the present? Is it in the future? Is it in the past? Okay. Okay, so it's stress around the emotion of peace in the past. So Dee, can you please pop in the chat your age? I know you're younger than me. Okay. So while I'm waiting for that to come in, so Mel, I thought I was clicking on the replay and then realized you were live. Yeah, well, I must admit, I haven't been live for a while, and I do like to kind of go, sorry, this is for Davina Foster. Okay. So no worries, mate. I do like to go live, but I'm doing it more on a sporadic basis now. So I used to be like a regular, and now I'm just sort of more going with the flow and what I'm inspired to do, which is probably why it's a good idea to follow my socials, because then you get the stuff, you get to keep up to date with something that I might just be inspired to do and might just randomly do. Okay, so D. 43, 37, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 17, 16, 17. All right. All right. So, Dee, I've gone through your timeline and I've picked up incidences where stress around the emotion of peace has indicated and has been stored in your physical or energetic body. So just remembering, though, that I could be picking up, I am scanning for any stress around the emotion of peace. So that stress could be 0.05%, or it could be 20%, or it could be 80% as I go through the year. So it could be a 20%. I shouldn't use percents because it's only 100, but whatever, you know what I mean. So 20%, 20%, 30%, 50%, 80%, 5%, 2%, 1%. It doesn't matter for kinesiology. We're just picking it all up for your balance. So there were some stress around the emotion of peace in the younger years, which usually indicates where you've taken it on from a primary caregiver that may have had some stress around the emotion of finding peace. And it also indicated in the past 3 lives for you. Again, I can't go in and see, you know, how or what. I don't do past life regression or anything. I don't really need to with kinesiology, other than I just pick it up and then add it into your balance. Okay. Okay. So so 4D. Okay, so it's stress around the emotion of peace in relation to a situation. So sometimes the stress can come from ourselves, sometimes it can come from another or toward another or in a situation. So for you, it's coming up stress around the emotion. Yeah, so I'm just reading past 3 lives. Interesting. Yeah, I know. I checked it like 3 times too. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4. No. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4. No. I'm like, okay, I get it. 3. All right. Okay, so is there any dynamics? Is there any dynamics? Any affirmations? Anything extra that I need to do? Anything extra that you want to come through for Davina right now? D, I don't know when the last time you did a energetic cleanse was, with like sage or Palo Santo, but that is coming up. That would be of benefit for you. I'm seeing like the smoke helping to clear your energy fields, and doing it outside. For some reason, I'm seeing it at night. Again, for some reason, it's a night where there's not clouds and you can see the stars. I'm just sharing what's coming through. but there's a big focus on the grounding energy for you. So that really strong earth element, that really strong grounding element, that really strong reconnecting with nature as part of nature, and then doing the energy clearing. Okay, so what am I ready to move on to balance? Yes. Okay, so 4D, what do we need to balance? Is it a chakra? It's a chakra. Yes. Okay. Okay. And for you tonight, D, it is the crown chakra. And as soon as I put my hand over your crown chakra, I started seeing tarot cards. So if after this balance, you feel inspired to draw a tarot card or an oracle card, then that would be of benefit for you. But it's actually, excuse me, it's actually the tarot card that I'm seeing, not an oracle card. But if you don't have a tarot card, an oracle card will be fine. Like the universe will still get the message through. Okay. All right. So is there anything else we did? No. Okay. Do you know yourself? Okay. All right. So D, I've just disconnected our energy, and I hope that was helpful for you tonight. Oh, hold on. Like Maggie, I burn too. Oh, cool. I've been watching the stars. Oh, okay. That makes sense then, because I don't know why I was seeing stars, and very particular too. It wasn't like cloudy or anything like that. It was like just really clear. So I hope that is of benefit for you tonight, Dee. Okay, so Zita, thank you for your patience and for holding on. So you're after a chakra balance. So let me connect into your energy now. Before I do that, let me just finish Dee's little thing. Zita, I'll pop you up. And here we go. Okay, all right. And if I haven't met you yet, I've been going crazy busy trying to balance as many people as I can this evening. I just want to say hi. My name is Donna. I'm an internationally recognized kinesiologist and coach. And I've come live to offer some support this evening in the form of chakra balancing or emotional balances. So I do like to sort of go live ad hoc as I feel inspired to. So please also feel free to follow me on my socials. So Facebook and Instagram, Unleash Your Vitality. And it's written in the descriptor, wherever that falls, depending upon how you're accessing from a mobile or wherever. Feel free to follow and keep up to date with the latest sort of things that come through, including every so often I'll do like a tarot card of the day, things to keep in mind, and that sorts of things. So yeah, so please feel free to pop on over and follow me on that if you feel inclined. Okay. All right. So Zeta. Okay. So Zeta, as I connect into your energy, I'm touching different acupressure points. Your innate awareness is sending me somewhere. I just don't know where yet. Okay. I was holding an acupressure point on my ankle. Okay. So, Zeta, what's come up for you as I tune into your energy is to give you some support at the level of your spiritual causal field. So you would have seen throughout this that we've got our physical body, our etheric body, which is kind of a bit in and a bit out of our physical body. So it's the kind of the first layer of the etheric field. Then we've got our emotional body, lower mental, upper mental, higher self, and then causal or spiritual. And so that is the level or the field that your innate awareness has guided me to give you some support tonight. And so I'm just holding various acupressure points. I'm holding governing point 20, governing point 24, and acupressure points on my feet as well, just in relation to that particular energetic field. Okay. Okay. All right. And as I step in closer again, your innate awareness has directed me through to your base chakra. And Zita, I don't know if you like to read, if you're a reader, but I'm seeing like a book, but like a tome, you know, like a big encyclopedia, not encyclopedia, but you know what, the hardcover thick kind of tome. So I don't know if you enjoy reading or if you're studying at the moment or something around those sort of big, thick, hard-covered books. It's not like a paperback. The paperback is not coming through anyway. So it's not like a, you know, casual read. Okay, and then Zeta, been taken back to your base chakra again. So giving you some support through your base chakra. I'm seeing the book again. It's very interesting. Okay. Okay, it's checking your central meridian and your governing meridian. Hydration. Wonderful. Okay. So Zeta, I'm going to scan through your chakras now and let you know sort of which chakras are showing any stress, and then we're going to dive into the priority chakra for you. Okay. So crown chakra is indicating some stress, brow, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and the base. So let's see which is the priority. Is it the crown? The crown? Throat, brow, throat, heart. Okay, so it's the heart chakra that is coming up as the priority for you. So let's dive into the heart chakra more for you. Okay. So does Zita need to say the affirmation? Yes. How many times? Twice. So Zita, can you please say for me, I am love. I am love. Okay. Just look at your comment. I'll say I'm studying a few things online at the moment. Oh, cool. Well, that would definitely explain the book. It definitely wasn't like a it seemed like an interesting book, but not like a leisurely book. Okay. So is it the inward expression? Is it the outward expression? So it's the outward expression. So let's have a look into that deeper for you. So is it forgiveness of yourself, Zita, is coming through, is showing some stress. Okay, so the heart chakra is intimately connected to our capacity to love, that indicated for you, and to feel empathy and compassion. When the heart chakra is balanced, we feel a deep sense of peace. So peace indicated some stress for you. We feel a deep sense of appreciation for others and an awareness of the many gifts in our life. And so that indicated stress for you. We can become out of alignment in this area if we've experienced heartbreak or abandonment or grieving the loss of a loved one or a relationship. So none of those indicated specifically for you in relation to your balance for tonight. When this chakra is out of balance, we can feel a hesitancy to trust. We feel less compassionate. We can feel impatient. So impatient has indicated, but I have a feeling that it's more around impatient with self for you. And I went and checked that because for you, it came up with forgiveness of self. So there's some self-compassion coming up. So Zita, you've just mentioned cleaning my room today. A hardcover book stood out on top of my bedside table, Conversations with God. I've never read it. Oh my gosh, it is such a good book. Enjoy it. It's a lot. It's great reading, but I had to read it in little bits, you know, and then like process it for a bit before I could read more. So I have grieving to major letters feel not good enough. Yeah, I'm sorry, honey. Okay. And it's definitely impacting your sense of peace. And by peace, my mind doesn't feel cluttered or chaotic, but it feels like not feeling a sense of peace internal, like deep within yourself, if that makes sense. And I also have, oh, sweetheart. Oh, my absolute condolences to you. Yeah. It feels like, you know, when you walk into a sacred place, whatever that sacred place is for you, and you can almost feel it in the air, like this change. Like for me, when I was in Vietnam, and it was the Marble Mountains, and there was this Buddhist cave, there's many caves, but this one was a particular Buddhist cave, and you could just feel as you went down the steps, the shift in energy. And it's like, okay, this is a place of special energy. And then being able to access that, when that feeling when you leave that place, and that's the feeling of deep inner peace. But for you, it's feeling like the access to that at the moment is not quite there for you. So yeah, I'm not very patient, self-compassionate. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's coming up through your innate awareness that it's time to shine some light on that and give yourself a break. Okay. All right. So is there anything else there in relation to the heart chakra for Zita? No? Okay. Is there anything else here for Zita? Okay. I'm just going to sit and see if anything comes through. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So Zita, I'm seeing the color green. It's like a green. Like a dark green. So I don't know. Okay. So I'm seeing the color of dark green, and I'm also seeing the harmony of music. So I don't know if that means anything particular to you. For me, it feels like a feeling of being in nature, but listening. It's not the sounds of nature, it's a specific vibration, almost like almost like you're listening to some sort of like meditational music or trance music or chanting or something like that. So in terms of something that might be of benefit for you, so being in nature or bringing nature into you. So if you've got anything green, a green shirt, a green plant, just putting some green around you and listening to some sort of vibration, you'll know it when you hear it, whether it's right for you or not. Okay, so that is coming through for you as well. So is there anything else for Zita? No? Okay, all right. So I'm just going to go back and check the rest of your chakras. Okay, and so all of your chakras are showing strong, no stress, and back in alignment for you. All right, so Zita, I'm just going to end our connection now. Okay, wonderful. All right. So I was going to call it there. However, I do feel the need to, Melanie Hall, offer you a balance, but I am just going to need to take a second to have a drink of water and just ground a little bit. So Mel, if you are still here, can you please let me know in the comments if you're wanting a chakra balance or an emotional balance? And while you do that, I'm just going to ground a little bit. So I've just got some colors through. And then I'm going to go down and have something to eat and ground some more. You're welcome. You're welcome, Mel. Oh, you're wearing a green jumper at the moment, Zeta. Oh, wow, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Well, your innate awareness is spot on, Zeta. You are already doing what's coming through for you. Like, that's awesome. So if you so feel inclined, add that music to it. There are some really, so Spotify's got some great stuff, and YouTube have some great stuff. Okay, just give me a second. Thank you, big release. Oh, you are more than welcome. More than welcome, honey. Okay, now, so Mel, you are after I'm pretty sure I saw a chakra balance. No, emotional balance. Okay. All right. Jocelyn, I'll see how I go after this one. I don't want to give a balance if I'm feeling a bit tired, because that's not fair to you. So let me just do Mel, and then let me see how I feel. Okay. I would like to do a balance for you. Whether I can do it without having like a good break and a grounding and some food and things like that is something different. I don't want to, I don't want to half-ass anything. I'm honored to be able to do what I do, and I treat that with the highest respect for the universe and for you as well. So I'll just see how I feel. Okay. Okay, now. Okay. All right, so Mel, as I tune into your energy, so Mel, just giving you some support through your base chakra. And Mel, for you, for some reason, I see like playful dancing, like a form of frivolity as a way of releasing energy and grounding. So, like if you're outside and you're just like dancing around or spinning or something like that, is coming through for you. So, Simo, yes, your comments are coming through. They are. Thank you. Okay. So, Mel, base chakra again for you. Okay. Okay, so central meridian is good. Let's look at the governing. Governing is good. Okay, wonderful. All right. So, Mel, let's have a look at the traditional Chinese medicine 5-element chart for you. Okay. So, for Mel, are we working with fire? Earth. Okay. So, Mel, for you, we're working with the earth element. Is it stomach? Is it spleen? We're working with the spleen meridian. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and have a look at which of the core emotions that are coming up for you. So confidence is indicating, but it's not the priority. Togetherness is indicating, but not the priority. Okay, so Mel, what's coming up for you as the priority is anxiety about the future. Anxiety about the future. So let's dive into that a little bit more for you. Okay, all right. So anxiety about the future, time. Okay, is it in the past? Is it in the present? Okay, so it's stress around anxiety about the future in the present for you. Is it within self, from another to another, in relation to a situation? So is there any dynamics from that? Yes. Okay, judgment, avoidance. Okay, many times, twice. Okay. Okay, so Mel, I'm going to break this down. What's come through for you is an affirmation to say, to help release the stress around anxiety about the future. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to turn a little light on it and just be like, oh, there you are. We're not going to like dive into it or, you know, wallow or try and think our way through it. We're just going to recognize that it's there so that the balance can pick it up and help release it, okay? Release the stress around it. So if you can say for me, it is safe and appropriate for my feelings of anxiety about the future to emerge. It is safe and appropriate for my feelings of anxiety about the future to emerge. Okay. So is there anything else there that I need to do? Okay. All right. Okay. Am I ready to move on to a balance? Yes. Okay. Is the balance a chakra? Is it a chakra? Yep. Okay. So crown, brow, throat, heart. Okay. So Mel, what's come up for you is support around the heart chakra to help balance what's come up. So for you, it's we were working with stress around the emotion of anxiety about the future, earth element, spleen, meridian. We dove into it. It's in the present time. There was an affirmation there for you to help bring that up a little bit to be able to be more released. That's really bad English. My mum would be horrified. To be released more, rather, this evening. And to do that is helping to balance through the heart chakra. And as I'm balancing your heart chakra, Mel, what I'm seeing is like a, it's beautiful. It's like a pastel pink. And if you imagine that somebody had got this most beautiful colored pink and put it on a canvas and then got their fingers and then drawn like a spiral into it. Like I know that chakras are vortexes and they're spirals, but this is coming up really beautiful. And if you imagine, so like the vortex, right, it's 3D. If you imagine that compressed down to 2D, and if you imagine the artwork, I'm seeing the artwork version. So almost like the color of this quartz crystal, like that beautiful color, the rose quartz crystal, and it's this beautiful canvas artwork that represents and symbolizes the heart chakra. Okay. So is there anything else for Mel? No. Okay. All right. So Mel, I hope you found that helpful for you for tonight. Jocelyn, if you want to pop into the chat what you would like, and and I will do that for you. So I'll just wait for that to come in and land. In the interim, I just want to say thank you to everybody that has shared in this beautiful community tonight. Thank you for those that are watching the replay. I treasure you. Thank you so much. If you're wanting to find out the latest updates on when I decide to go live, because I decide to do it rather randomly based on how I feel and what I'm inspired to do at the moment, then please do follow my socials. So Facebook is Unleash Your Vitality, and Instagram is at Unleash Your Vitality, and TikTok, if you're into TikTok, is Donna Drew. And Mel, you are more than welcome. Yeah. Jocelyn, can you please let me know what chakra? Perfect. It takes a while for the comment to come through. If you are looking for a lovely spiritual magazine to read, Oracle Me is fantastic. So I do have an article in that, as do a number of people that are on Spiritual Events Directory. So you can buy a hard copy, or I think it's available online as well. That's an option for you if you're into that and you would like to read it. If you follow my socials, coming up in May, I will soon be announcing a complimentary free shadow work class series. I'm still in process of designing and creating it. So I will be announcing that as soon as that's ready, but it will be kicking off May 14. So stay tuned for that, and I will release registrations and so forth so that you can register for that. Okay, so Jocelyn, you are more than welcome. Okay, so Jocelyn, I'm just going to connect into your energy. Just going to take a drink of water first. Okay, wonderful. All right. Okay. Sorry. Now I just saw you get a rebounder in your bedroom, you shake the energy out or you jump. Okay, that would be what I saw. That's really cool. Okay. All right, so Jocelyn, as I connect into your energy, giving you some support through the heart chakra. As I'm working with your heart chakra, it's almost like accessing this deep inner well of peace and balance and alignment. And I don't know if you can feel it, but it's there. It's there and it's ready for you to access. And it's really beautiful. Okay. Okay. And so, Jocelyn, just giving you some support at the level of your higher self. So we talked about the different energy fields that we have throughout the live today. So we've got our physical, etheric, emotional, lower mental, upper mental, higher self, and then causal or spiritual. So this is what we're working at the level of higher self. So your innate awareness has directed me to that level, that particular energy field, to offer you some additional support for tonight. Okay. And as I take another step closer, again, redirected back to that level of your higher self to give you some additional support and balancing there. So just holding some very particular acupressure points. So Jocelyn, if you can just take some nice, slow, deep, calming breaths for me. And imagine yourself like a little clock, like those analog clocks with the second ticker. And imagine it just sort of ticking, and then slowly the ticking just slows down just a little bit. The ticking just slows down just a little bit. Almost like half speed. Okay. And final step in, giving you some support through your crown chakra. So as I'm working with your crown chakra, I can sort of start to feel it like pins and needly on my head. So that's activating. All right, so let's scan through your chakras now and see which is the one that's going to be coming up for you for tonight. Okay. All right. Throat chakra. So the crown's indicating the brow, the throat, the heart, solar plexus, sacral, and base. So let's see which is the priority one for you, Jocelyn, to get some support with. Is it the crown, brow, throat, heart? Okay. And so it's the heart chakra. So let's dive into that a little bit deeper for you. Okay. So does Jocelyn need to say the affirmation? Yes. How many times? Twice. Okay. So Jocelyn, if you can please say for me twice, I am love. I am love. Okay. And is it the inward expression? Okay. So just before I dive deeper, your innate awareness has just let me know that you would benefit of some additional support. So just giving you some support through your base chakra. Feels like the energy is really light, and the base chakra has come up to make sure that you're grounded before we go in. The energy feels light, which makes sense because we've been working with the crown chakra and the higher self sort of energy field. And it's got a very different sort of vibration to it, different feel to it. And it's almost like your innate awareness of your guides have gone, first of all, bang, ground and anchor you, and then we can go exploring. Okay. All right. So, okay. So is it the outward expression? Okay. So it's the stress around the inward expression of the heart chakra that's indicating for you tonight. So the emotional center is holding some stress. Self-love is showing some stress for you for tonight. Compassion, but let me just check. Compassion to self and kindness to self. So it sounds like almost like if you were caring for, your favorite animal, say, cat or a dog, the extent of love and care and consideration that you would give them, flip that and give that to yourself. Okay. So the heart chakra is intimately connected to our capacity to love, to feel empathy and compassion. So again, that self-compassion is indicating for you. When the heart chakra is balanced, we feel a deep sense of appreciation for others and an awareness of the many gifts in our lives, as well as enjoying a sense of inner peace. So stress around the emotion of inner peace indicated for you. We can become out of alignment in this area if we've experienced heartbreak or abandonment or are grieving the loss of a loved one or a relationship. So that didn't indicate specifically for you. Thanks, Andy. So Jocelyn, thank you. Hey. Hey, Jolene. Okay. So when this chakra is out of balance, we can feel a hesitancy to trust. So hesitancy to trust has indicated for you. We can feel less compassionate, which has come up for you before. We can feel impatient, which has come up for you in this balance now. And we don't feel a sense of peace, which is interesting because you have it. It's just about accessing. You've got a deep well. It's just about helping to balance and realign so that you can access that on demand when you need. Okay. So is there anything else in relation to the heart chakra there for Jocelyn? No. Okay. So is there anything else here for Jocelyn? No. Okay. Am I ready to move to balance? Yes. Okay. Is it a chakra? Is it chakra? Yes. Okay. All right. And so, Jocelyn, to help you, what's come through is, so it's being true, I should give myself more compassion. Yeah. And now I can see why your innate awareness directed us back to ground you before we went any deeper, because the balance for you is support through the crown chakra. So basically now you are grounded into the earth and you're grounded and solid. Your energy is flowing through down to the earth and flowing up out, out the crown chakra. So, so that is what has come through for your balance for tonight. So just giving you some support through the crown chakra, which also came up earlier for you as well. And sometimes we work with the chakra. So if it's the heart chakra might come up with to work directly on. And other times it'll be like the heart chakra came up for you, but it's the crown chakra that we're working on to give you that level of support. All right. So Jocelyn, if you're able to, after this balance, try and sort of place yourself back into that state of just time a little bit slowly delayed. So if you imagine the like analog clock and you imagine the second one going tick, 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 then start slowing it down, tick, 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 and just hang there. You're looking for the moments between the ticks, the moments between the moments. And that is where you'll be able to access that deep well of inner peace. And so by doing it that way, it can sometimes help. Or if you're musical, those little clocky things that help people keep the beat, you can do it that way. Or you may have another way in which you're able to access the moment between the moment. So is there anything else for Jocelyn? No? Okay, so Jocelyn. Wonderful. Okay, so Jocelyn, I just disconnected our energy. So it has been an absolute pleasure to be here with you all tonight. I've been live for nearly 2 hours. I am actually going to go and pop off now and get something to eat and to ground. Please do follow my socials. I am going to go live randomly. I've decided that just really suits my nature and my sense of inspiration. So I'm rolling with it. Once again, if you are watching the replay, thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who has joined the community tonight. I've really appreciated your presence and the energy that you brought. And I hope you all have an amazing night or day, as it may be for you, being an international community. All right, take care. Bye.